evening. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Hello, my name is Tyler Sonner.
And I'm Melanie McNamara.
And today we are going to be telling you guys about the Seattle Children's Theater.
The Seattle Children's Theater's mission statement is that their mission is to provide children of all ages and backgrounds access to professional theater with a focus of new works and theater education. For many children, we are the first and sometimes sole exposure they have to live theater. The Seattle Children's Theater is very passionate about exposing children to the art of theater and what it has to offer.
The next production to open up at the Seattle Children's Theater is a one-hour adaptation of The Wonderful Wizard of Oz, based on the novel by L. Frank Baum and directed by Jahan Assanian, adapted by Jacqueline E. Lawton. Growing tired of her life in Kansas, Dorothy and her little dog Toto discover a new adventure in the wonderful and magical land of Oz after a cyclone swoops them somewhere over the rainbow.
Idris Goodwin, an award-winning playwright, director, and educator, is committed to creating meaningful theater productions and education. He has passion for new theatrical works. He is an executive director of the Colorado Springs Fine Arts Center, where he also taught for 6 years as a professor in the Department of Theater and Dance. His playwriting accomplishments encompass more than 60 stylized, diverse works, including his groundbreaking breakbeat play series, How We Got On, Hype Man, The Way the Mountain Moved, which was commissioned as part of Oregon Shakespeare Festival's American Revolution series, and Ghost, adapted from the novel by Jason Reynolds.
In 1971, Seattle had little to no children's theater, so a few grad students and teachers banded together with the city of Seattle to build what was known as the Poncho Theater, pictured here, which was located on the grounds of a zoo. This space was shared by many organizations, including many wild animals occasionally. Despite the lack of resources, the productions were very, very successful. The Seattle Children's Theater lost much of their funding in 1983. They then turned to generous donations from corporations and private sponsors to stay afloat. Longtime Seattle director and actress Linda Hartzell assumed the role of artistic director. And then things were looking up. Productions became larger and attendance records were shattered. Just like the movie Jaws, they needed a bigger boat. In 1990, the Seattle Children's Theater was provided a $1.2 million grant to build a new space. And just 5 years later, their 2 new spaces were built. And due to another generous grant in 2000, the Allen Family Technical Pavilion was completed, which houses prop shops, scene shops, costume shops, anything you can think of.
The Seattle Children's Theater does around 8 productions per year. This year, they will be doing The Wizard of Oz, Havana Hop, The Boy Who Kissed the Sky, Paddington Saves Christmas, and Carmela Full of Wishes, and more.
The Seattle Children's Theater is very big on sharing the joy of theater with the community. Through their educational outreach efforts, they administer workshops at local schools, they supply scholarships, and they have opportunities for young adults.
Children from ages 3 to 18 can apply to take classes at the theater. Parents can also send their children to the Seattle Children's Theater Drama School with financial aid and a payment plan. They also offer internship opportunities for young adults who are interested in a career in the arts. The Seattle Children's Theater tends to cater towards audiences of all ages, but particularly focus on grades 1 through 12. They tend to incorporate versatility in their seasons so every age can enjoy the productions. The shows are also enjoyable not only for the kids, but their parents as well. For instance, The Timeless Tale of the Wizard of Oz is one that both excites new audiences, but also welcomes back audiences of older generations.
As the saying goes, it takes a village to run a theater. At the Seattle Children's Theater Company, it takes approximately 61 full-time employees and many, many additional hires to run their productions and make sure that they go smoothly. In this full-time staff, there are 2 executive leaders, there are 6 senior staff members, there are 21 artistic and production members, there are 4 developers, there are 4 educators who participate in engagement activities, there are 11 people on the marketing team, there are 13 people on the operations and administration team, which makes up 61 people.
I'm impressed by the amount of opportunities that the Seattle Children's Theater has to offer outside of their own theater, as well as the amount of spaces they have and rent out. It shows how much effort they put into making their space nice and available to the community, which serves as a tribute to their original space that they shared out with other organizations. The main address is 201 W. Thomas Street, Seattle. The Seattle Children's Theater has 1 location, but offer matinee performances to schools who wish to go on a field trip to the theater. While they don't bring their productions to other locations, they invite schools to partake in different activities and camps before the shows that they attend to get them active and engaged in theater.
So the first theater that we are going to be talking about is the Charlotte Martin Theater. The Charlotte Martin Theater was the first theater that was built at the Seattle Children's Theater Company. It is a proscenium space that has individual seating and can seat about 482 people. It took approximately $1.2 million to build. And approximately 2 years later, the Eve Alvord Theater was built. It is a proscenium space that has bench seating with 275 seats. In addition to these two theaters, there are also 6 rehearsal spaces that can occupy up to 30 people each. These spaces, of course, with prop shops, scene shops, and costume shops, are part of the Allen Family Technical Pavilion.
The Seattle Children's Theater makes $5.9 million in revenue as of 2020. The total cost of running the theater is $6.1 million, and they make a net profit of negative $315,374.
In the last 5 years, the Seattle Children's Theater launched the Artistic Advisor Circle. So in 2021-2022, the Seattle Children's Theater Company brought together 5 new faces to assist the board in making decisions. The goal was to reimagine artistic leadership and collaboration in the theater for young audiences field by encouraging voices, particularly of the BIPOC and LGBTQ+ communities.
In 2022, the Seattle Children's Theater offered free tickets to every 1st to 5th grade public school classes in the Seattle area. They called this initiative the 1 in 5 and created it to promote theater to young children in the Seattle area.
Look at this, we got Works Cited! Yeah, Works Cited! Take a look at all of our sources. Works Cited, Work Sources. Yeah.